we met a young man named Diego, and he was a dive instructor. So he worked at this resort. When he wasn't doing a dive and looking at beautiful fish, which was his love, he was out at the pool generating tours. He was like, you know, telling people, oh, look at these fish. And people that never dove were like, wow, that sounds cool. So pretty soon he's getting all these people to want to dive. He's creating this interest until the director of marketing figured out what was going on and said, Diego, instead of making $50 a dive, you could make $50 for every couple you bring in. Diego went, oh. So they hire him as an OPC. He becomes the best OPC they've ever had. And so then they make him a supervisor. Well, then something happened. And let's just say that the management at this particular resort in Mexico was a little less than scrupulous, and the entire executive team was knocked out. So Diego realizes that he's still got a marketing team and they need training, but then he starts training all of marketing because they need help. Pretty soon he realizes they're bringing in all these tours, but there's not enough salespeople. So he puts together a recruitment program for the salespeople, and before you know it, is training the salespeople and the TOs. Legend travels all the way to Spain to the owner of this company, the billionaire Spanish owner, who upon hearing this gets on his jet, flies out to Cancun to meet Diego. He says, Diego, I hear you're running the place. He says, but that's not your job. How come you're doing it? Diego says, well, the thing is, if I don't help other people do their job, there's no way I can do my job. The head honcho is sort of blown away. And he looks at him and he says, how about I give you a huge promotion to run all of sales and marketing, and that will include a huge increase in pay. Diego says, under one condition. I want you to give that money to my people. Sales and marketing is underpaid. They're not competitive. And he says, and when I do my job, then you can consider giving me more money. Fast forward 2 years later, Diego's resort is one of the top 3 in all of Mexico. And I guarantee you, Diego is one of the most beloved leaders I have ever seen in my life. And of course, he got a promotion 10 times over. Diego knew something that to me is at the heart of what leadership is. He knew that as an individual producer, as a marketer, as a salesperson, as an individual producer, our job is to produce. And we do so well at producing that we get promoted. But our job as a frontline manager and a leader is to reproduce successful behaviors in others. Our job is to not only be a Diego, but to find the Diegos, to build the Diegos, and find the rare talent in the Diegos.